I would like to start with the Alliance to End Homelessness. And Katie, thank you for your presentation. And I appreciated hearing some of the numbers, seeing that I spent part of my career as an accountant. So I want to actually just better understand the comments that you made that I think you said we could house 400 families for 4.4 million, provide supports for another 4 million, and with that 8-odd million, give them full supports, housing and supportive housing, the supports, wraparound supports, but instead we spend 25 million on hotels. Could you just talk to me about the mechanics of that? Like, if that money is coming in, why are we spending it on the hotels instead of doing what you were talking about in providing subsidies in market housing?
I have a lot of sympathy for why we're in the mess we're in. The building's on fire. So I think everyone is just feeling that extreme pressure. No one wants anybody to die in the streets. We all understand that. I think at the end of the day, most of our city's finances, it's deficit funded for the hotels. Some of it gets paid back if it's an asylum seeker family from IRCC, but it's a year later. But increasingly, the city out of its own finances, deficit-wise, is just actually spending the money. And it's interesting because I've had good conversations with councillors who are like, we just don't, like, where are we going to get the money to put it into rent subsidies? And I'm like, well, you're already spending the money.
So it sounds to me like what you're saying is that we need organizations like yours, municipal government, potentially provincial, potentially federal. We need those players in the room to actually talk about how do we make sure we don't spend the 25 million on a less than optimal solution and spend the 8.8 to give people what they really want.
Yeah.
Is that a fair summary of the situation?
Absolutely, and it requires taking a breath.